YouTube, what's going on? Is Blake Went Finance, and we're back in the building, man. It has been months. It has been months and months and months. But yeah, we're back. We're back to stay for a little while this time. So today we're reacting to How to Get Rich by Jordan Welch. I've seen a few of this guy's videos, and I'm honestly curious. So let's get it.
I spent my whole life trying to figure out one thing: how to get rich. January 9th, 1998. I was born to a single mom. She did the best she could. She worked a 9 to 5 all day, had a side hustle, and tried to save as much money as possible. I don't even remember seeing her sleep, but no matter how hard she tried, we were always broke. We moved from house to house, from couch to couch, until eventually we got our first crib. My mom found this government program called Habitat for Humanity, and they told her if she built 100 houses, they'd give us one for free. So she put on her boots and helped build a small city in less than a year. Before you knew it, we had our first house. Life was great. Everything was finally perfect. For like a year. We ran out of money again, and we lost the house.
No.
The math never added up. She worked her whole life and we still couldn't pay the bills. I didn't know it then, but this was the first time that I wanted to get rich.
That's the origin story, bro.
When I was 12, I got an Xbox, and I found the answer I was looking for. I'm gonna go pro. This wasn't just a game. These kids were making millions. I got my first camera and started making videos immediately. No structure, no game plan, just trying to make it. This was the best time of my life. I became obsessed. I spent every moment thinking about these videos. For the first time in my life, it felt like I found the thing that was gonna make me rich. Then I met these kids that needed a video editor for their little trick shotting clan, and they offered to pay me $20 for a video. Say less. I illegally set up a PayPal account with my mom's name and started getting paid. A few shitty edits later, I made my first 100 online, and everything clicked. I made a promise to myself that day. I will never work a 9 to 5, and this became my life's mission. Get rich online or die trying. Then I spent the next 5 years of my life trying every side hustle you could think of. Clothing brand, failed. Sneaker reselling, failed. I even tried becoming
hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta say, I tried sneaker reselling. Bad fail. Anybody who said they got rich off sneaker reselling is either capping or either runs the whole sneaker game. There's no in between. It's like being a farmer. You know how farmers have millions and millions of dollars of equipment and millions of dollars of property and everything like that, but they don't end up making that much money at the end of the year? Sneaker reselling is the exact same thing. It takes a lot of money for little profits.
Nothing was working. I graduated high school with less money than all my friends. I was the broke businessman. I was the failed YouTuber and the dummy with a 2.5 GPA who thought he was gonna get rich online. So I had to go to community college. Begin the worst year of my life. I hated school. I hated the fact that I went from owning a business to taking business 101. Not only that, but my ex cheated on me and I started smoking weed every day to cope. That summer, I reached my breaking point and decided to give it one last try. I took $1,000 from my student loans and used it to start a dropshipping store. And somehow, it actually worked. In my first month, I was making over $1,000 a day. And by the end of that summer, I was making over 50 grand a month. I dropped out of college, moved into an apartment with my boys, and locked in. Gym, read, smoke, run ads, repeat. September, 51,000. October, 72,000. November, $168,000 in a single month. And a couple months later, at 19, I made my first million. So naturally, I went stupid. Crib in LA, first class flights, 5-star restaurants, private parties. It felt like the money would never run out. I finally felt like I was rich. But you know what they say, all great things must come to an end.
Uh-oh. I was gonna say.
I got distracted, and in less than a year, everything went to zero. Well, less than zero. My dropshipping business started to go downhill, so I tried some other things. I tried becoming a dropshipping guru and selling a course. That didn't work. I tried becoming a vlogger like my boy DDG. Didn't work. I started a couple more dropshipping stores, and surprise, none of them worked either. I was so down bad, I even considered dropping everything to manage my boy's rap career. Eventually, I decided to build a software company. This was the nail in the coffin. It cost 10 times more than expected, and with no income, things went south pretty quickly. 2 years later, I'm 22 years old, addicted to drugs, 3,000 miles away from my family in LA with 30,000 in debt. It's time to go. I sold my car, broke my lease, moved to my mom's couch, and started over again from scratch.
Damn.
This was the lowest point of my life. I had to take a good look at myself and figure out where I went wrong. And you know what?
I've done that before.
I figured it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Want to get rich? Listen carefully. Focus on one thing. I went broke because every time I had something that worked, I was looking for something better. I made $1 million dropshipping. What business did I have trying to manage a rapper? If you want to make millions, you need a real business. Dropshipping was cool, but what I needed was to build a brand. A brand that could be sold for the big bag. Don't spend it before you get it. I was living like I already closed a 7-figure exit. I never got rich because I spent everything I had. My journey up until that point had been an endless cycle, gaining and losing. No different than growing up with mom. Like her, no matter how much money I made, I always lost it all. But now, it was clear these experiences weren't failures. My story wasn't over. I understood where I went wrong. And I had one last chance to make it all work. I had a new plan, a big one. I quit smoking and cut out all distractions. I started another Shopify store.
Good.
I even picked up a camera again. This time, I wanted it all. In the first year, I grew my business to over 1 million. My
Holy
YouTube
crap.
channel took off past 100,000 subscribers. And that software company that put me in debt, it started to make some serious money. Instead of balling out, I reinvested every dollar back into my store and focused on growth. That next year, I sold that store for a life-changing amount of money. Bought my mom, me, and my sister all of our dream cars. Stashed away hundreds of thousands in investments and savings. But this time, I didn't take my foot off the gas. I turned up harder than ever on YouTube and blew past 1 million subs, which sent my software company through the roof, bringing in over 200 grand a month in cash.
Holy
I got my
crap.
dad a crib, bought my mom her dream house. Then a couple months ago, I got a text that would change my life forever. We want to buy your company. And just a few weeks of negotiating later, I sold my failed software project in a multi-7-figure deal. Once that
Holy
wire
crap.
hit, everything that I had spent my whole life prepping for finally paid off. I got rich, for real. But it wasn't what I expected. I now realize the value of $1. I got rich, bought everything I ever wanted, and traveled the entire world. But somehow, it just left me feeling emptier than when I started. You know, the best era was when I was doing it all for fun as a kid. Making stuff without an agenda, discovering through trial and error, simply creating for creation's sake. I miss it. That's all that matters anyways. Finding what you're good at and doing it the best you can. Not for the money, not for the views, but just because you like it. I'm most inspired by musicians. No, not the famous ones. Those ones that play at the local spots in front of like 3 people on a Tuesday. They do it because they like it. Even if they're broke, they're way richer than the millionaire rock star who's addicted to perks.
True.
Money ain't everything. Because the truth is, if you find something you love and you get the chance to do that thing every single day, then guess what? You're already rich.
Damn, is that it? Dude, that was a fire video. Holy crap. That was one of the best videos I ever watched, bro. Thumbs up, subscribe to him. Holy crap. That's legit a film, bro. That was fire, man. Go ahead, let me know what you thought about that. Blake One signing out. Peace.